Every Sunday at exactly 6:00 a.m., Arthur Miller sat at the same small wooden desk by the window. Same pen, same envelope, same letter. He wrote to his wife, Alina, who had been dead for 3 years. The doctors called it grief. The neighbors called it denial. Arthur called it love. Alina had died in a winter car accident on Route 17. Black ice, a twisted guardrail, a phone call at 2:34 a.m. that shattered Arthur's life into before and after. They had been married for 42 years, and Arthur never stopped talking to her. He wrote about small things. The roses bloomed early this year. I burned the toast again. You'd laugh. I still sleep on my side of the bed. When he finished, he folded the letter carefully, sealed it, and walked 2 blocks to the old blue mailbox. He never expected a reply until one Tuesday morning. Arthur opened his front door and froze. A white envelope lay on the doormat. No stamp, no return address. Just his name, written in handwriting he knew better than his own. Arthur. His hands shook as he opened it. Inside was a single sheet of paper. You forgot to water the roses again. Arthur dropped the letter. His heart pounded so hard he thought it might split his chest open. That sentence, those words, Alina used to say that every spring. He sat down slowly, staring at the paper like it might disappear. This wasn't possible. Someone was playing a cruel joke, that's what he told himself. But that night he barely slept. The next morning he checked the mailbox. Empty. The next day another letter appeared on his doormat. You always said you'd fix the loose stair. It's still dangerous. Arthur's breath caught. He hadn't told anyone about that stair. No one visited him. No one came inside his house. On the 3rd day the letter was longer. I know you're scared. I would be too. But it's still me. I remember the yellow dress you loved. I remember the song we danced to in the kitchen. And I remember how you promised you wouldn't be lonely. Arthur wept. He cried harder than he had at the funeral because the details were perfect. The yellow dress, the song Moon River, the kitchen dance when the power went out. No stranger could know that. He wrote back that night with shaking hands. Alina, if this is some kind of miracle, please tell me how. He left the letter on the desk. The next morning it was gone. A reply appeared that evening. I never really left, not the way you think. Grief makes doors, love keeps them open. Arthur stopped questioning reality. He stopped calling his doctor. He waited for the letters. Weeks passed. They spoke about everything. Memories, regrets, jokes only they shared. Arthur smiled again. He cooked proper meals. He fixed the stair. The neighbors noticed the change. You seem better, they said. Arthur nodded. I'm not alone anymore. Then one Sunday no letter came. Monday nothing. Tuesday nothing. By Thursday Arthur was panicking. He wrote again and again. Please don't disappear. Did I do something wrong? On Friday a letter finally arrived. This one felt heavier. Arthur, my love, you don't need the letters anymore. His chest tightened. I stayed because you weren't ready, but you are now. Arthur shook his head violently. No, he whispered. I'm not. The final lines were written darker, slower. Check the loose stair. Arthur's blood ran cold. He walked to the staircase, the stair he had fixed. He pressed on it. It shifted. Underneath, wedged deep between the boards, was something wrapped in yellow cloth. Her yellow dress. Inside it, a small, sealed envelope. Not new, old, dated 3 years ago. Arthur opened it with trembling fingers. If you're reading this, I didn't make it home. I hid this here because I knew you'd fix the stair someday. I just didn't know when. I love you more than fear. Please don't stay stuck with me. Live. Arthur collapsed onto the floor. The letters stopped after that. No more envelopes, no more messages. But every Sunday at 6:00 a.m., Arthur still sits by the window. Not to write, just to watch the roses bloom. And sometimes, when the house is quiet, he swears he hears someone humming Moon River from the kitchen.